Hey guys, welcome back. So today is day zero of DevOps and Cloud training. So in case if you want to start your career in DevOps and Cloud, then this course is for you guys. Okay. So is DevOps and Cloud still relevant in 2025? So in 2025, like all major tech transformations, like in case if you take any automation or startups, so everything depends on cloud and DevOps. Why? Because AI depends on infra. So infra means like mostly cloud, everything. So cloud plays a major role there. And in case if you take automation, like many tools in DevOps like Jenkins and Ansible, Python, and in case if you are to automate a pipeline, you need Jenkins, and then multiple tools. Like everything is microservices now, so you need Kubernetes, and then you need Docker. So in case if you are thinking of an automation, then obviously cloud and DevOps plays a major role. Okay, and then cloud. What cloud exactly does? So it scales the application instantly. For example, if 100 users are using an application, and suddenly if 1000 users comes, then in case if you have to scale your application instantly, you can't depend on your infra. In case if you are running it on-prem, you need to add hardware, everything, right? But in cloud, you can instantly increase the capacity of your application. Okay, and you can pay only for what you use. And in case if you want to launch your application or services globally, then also it can be done within minutes. Okay, just you can choose any of the cloud service provider, and then you can launch it globally. Okay, and then in case if you have to innovate faster without any hardware dependency, then cloud plays a major role in this as well. Okay, and then DevOps. So DevOps bridges this gap between development and operations and make software delivery faster. Okay, it will make the software delivery faster and more reliable, and then automated. So like no need of doing everything manually. So you can automate by creating a pipeline. Okay, and more reliable. Instead of doing manual things, if you create a automated pipeline, it will be more reliable, right? And then it is a continuous process. Like in case if you just configure some things, like it will be automatically running each and every time a build is built, or if you just commit a change. Okay, so we can configure the webhooks so that it will continuously build and run the application whenever there are changes. Okay, so together cloud and DevOps are foundation of modern digital transformation. So what are all the transformations that are happening in the IT infrastructure? So everything is dependent on cloud and DevOps. Okay, so in 2025, okay, so over 94% of enterprises are using some form of the cloud services like AWS, Azure, GCP, whatever it is. So many companies are using it, okay, but still around 40% of global workloads are still running on premises. Yeah, even in case if you take our organization, so most of the things are migrated to cloud, but still we have few on-premise services. Similarly, globally, like still almost like 40% of global workloads are on premises. Okay, so still we have lots of things to be migrated to cloud. Okay, and companies are aggressively hiring DevOps engineers, cloud architects, and SREs to handle this massive shift, because like everyone is moving towards cloud. Okay, so if everyone is moving towards cloud, like there has to be people who manage that cloud infrastructure, right? So we need cloud architects, like they have to design highly available infra, because if you see, like there were major downtimes. Okay, so recently AWS data centers have gone down, and there was a huge downtime. And last month, like there was a downtime in Azure, because there was some cable cut in Red Sea. Like this, like there will be multiple downtimes. Okay, so in case if there are multiple downtimes, like you can't depend on a single cloud. So we should have multi-cloud environments. So even though if your company is migrated to cloud, they can't depend on single cloud. Okay, they need multi-cloud. Okay, because when the even leave downtime, in case if you are using a service, that particular service may be cheaper in AWS. Okay, and another service may be cheaper in Azure, and another service may be cheaper in GCP. Okay, so instead of depending on single cloud, you can split the data and things among multiple cloud providers. So what it will do, so that you will be saving huge costs. Okay, you can use the services which you prefer, and you pay only for those services. Okay, by that you will be saving the cost, and you can avoid the downtime as well. Okay, in case if there are downtime in any of the cloud providers, you can switch to another cloud. Okay, so that you will be saving huge costs. And also like DevOps engineers, cloud architects, they play major role because they architect the high availability, and then in case of disaster recovery, they configure these things. Okay, so even in disaster recovery, we can use one environment in AWS and another environment in Azure or GCP, so that if some downtime or something happen, you can switch to the other cloud. Okay, so that your application will be available 24/7 into 365. Okay, so AI is the next industrial revolution. Okay, so like if you go anywhere, everyone will be talking about AIs. Okay, all these ChatGPT of OpenAI's, Claude, and Google's Gemini. So there are like multiple AI clients. Okay, but those things will not exist without cloud and DevOps. Why? Because if you take OpenAI runs on Kubernetes. Okay, so, and for these AIs to run, we need a huge infrastructure. Okay, like we need petabytes of hard disks and RAMs. Okay, how these things can be, like how you will be able to handle that infra? So without cloud, it will be like impossible to handle that infra. In cloud, you can just go there and select the infra which is suitable for your AI application, and then within seconds the infra will be available. Okay, just imagine like there is no cloud provider, and if you have your own infra, then AI development which we see now, it would have taken ages. Okay, and the cloud provides the computing power and data infrastructure for that AI models. Okay, and in case if you have also like might have heard like ML ops, AI ops. Okay, what are these? These are pipelines which are helpful in training the models of these AIs. Okay, so we will have multiple models. Okay, so in case if you have to train those things, you need like a big infra. Okay, so those things are done using these ML ops and AI ops, and like the CI/CD, everything comes in place with these things. Okay, so these are all the like main important things which comes to cloud and DevOps. Okay, so still even if it is 2025, this cloud and DevOps are more relevant. Okay, so how the next decade? Okay, from now it is 2025, that is fine. So if you are starting your career now, how your career will be in the next 10 years? Okay, so most of the things will be cloud native, like most of the infras will be on cloud, and then it will be AI driven. Okay, so now as you know, these AI, ML, everything is like in booming, right? So we have all these open AI models, everything. So how these things will drive? So like these things can be automated using DevOps. Okay, so how, like 100% of cloud native enterprises, like physical data centers which are there for many companies, those things will shrink, and mostly everything will be cloud native, and all this serverless and container orchestration, everything will dominate, because now OpenAI fully runs on Kubernetes. Okay, so all this container orchestration like Kubernetes, everything will rule these AI words. Okay, and then AI driven DevOps, like AI ops, ML ops, those things will be used for automating monitoring, and then in case if there is incidents, so normally now we have separate tech support teams, right? So those will be replaced with these AIs. Okay, and multi-cloud and hybrid environment will be standard. As I told, multi-cloud. Why multi-cloud is required? Recently, in last 3 4 months, we have seen outages of Azure and AWS, right? So, in case if you have to avoid those things in future, you have to go for multi-cloud. Okay, how you can configure the disaster recovery in such a way, like backup server will be on some other cluster, in case some other cloud provider, so that in case if one cloud provider goes on, you can switch all the traffic to the another cloud provider. Okay, and hybrid environment. For example, if you have some banking clients or something, they can keep their data, like important data on their on-premise services or private cloud, and they can keep the public general information on the public cloud. Okay, and it is like sustainability and green cloud, like companies will optimize workloads and energy efficiency. Okay, they can use like solars or those things, so that they will be like green cloud. Green cloud means like using natural resources instead of fuel. Okay, so let's talk numbers of 2025. Okay, so globally cloud computing market is worth around 700 billion dollars. Okay, and it is expected to grow 1.4 billion, like almost it is going to be double by next 5 years. So you have like a huge potential. Okay, and there are like multiple cloud providers like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, but they are dominating the cloud market with 65% of share. So other cloud providers like Alibaba, Oracle, and then many small cloud providers are there. So they take part in like 35% of remaining market share. Okay, so India alone has seen 35% year-on-year growth in cloud adoption. Okay, so most of the companies are moving towards cloud. Okay, so there is like huge potential and growth expected in this cloud and DevOps things. Okay, so this is one part. So let's see like what exactly we are going to learn in this masterclass of DevOps and cloud. So first, we will start with the version control tool. Okay, let's see GitHub and Bitbucket, and then we can go with build automation with Maven, and then we can start with continuation of Docker, and then we can also learn about Docker advanced things like Docker Compose and multi-stage Docker builds. And then let's start with Kubernetes fundamentals, and then we can also see Kubernetes services and networking. So this will be very important. And also we can see how AWS is implemented in like Kubernetes is implemented in AWS, and we can create a cluster and those things. And we can see AWS core services. Okay, the core services means the basic services which are required for us to start. Okay, EC2, S3, RDS, VPC. Also, like we can see IAM roles, cloud formation. And after that, let's get started with the Terraform and infrastructure as code. So this is one of the major things in the automation of cloud. Okay, and then we can see Helm, Argo CD, and GitOps. So these are the key features which is like more predominant nowadays when it comes to Kubernetes orchestration. Okay, and then monitoring. So many people will ignore this one, but this is one of the key things, because in creating an environment and running it is fine. Okay, but in case if some issue happens, how do you troubleshoot that one? That is a major task. Okay, so how do we troubleshoot? The first thing which we check is a monitoring tool. By checking the monitoring tool, we'll get to know like what exactly the issue is. Okay, then only you will be able to troubleshoot the issue. Okay, so this is one of the key important things, so we will see that one. And then after that, like we can see some final end-to-end projects. Okay, so after that, also like okay, I might have missed, but we can see scripting. Okay, so mostly we have done Python scripting videos previously. Let's cope them together and see how it will be used in real time, and also we can see shell scripting. Okay, along with this, we can also see Linux. That is the core thing, because when we can have multiple tools. Okay, but Linux is the core. Okay, so let's see that one as well. So this will be mostly like 3 months course. So we may have like um, 90 days or 100 days. So most probably we will have like 100 videos maybe. Okay, so let's see. So this we are thinking of doing it in 12 weeks. So we most probably you can expect like 3 to 4 videos a week, or else yeah, mostly in 3 or 4 months we will be able to complete this one. Okay, so guys, like continuously try to follow our videos so that you will learn most of the things. And in case if you have any queries or something, like you can comment in the comment section of our YouTube video. In case if you have to discuss with me personally on the career goals, or else in case if we are covering a topic in a week, like for example in week one if we cover Git and Maven. In case if you have some queries and if you have to connect with me personally to discuss something, you can connect with me on TopMate. Okay, so here you can come and book the session. So it will be like 250 or something. Like you no need to come each and every time. Once in a month or so, we can collect the list of questions or thing. It is not mandatory. If you are wishing to connect, you can connect. Okay, it's not mandatory. Or else you can just Google it. Most probably you will be able to find. In case if you want any guidance, you can just connect with me on TopMate. Okay. So let's get started from tomorrow with the Git. Okay, so you can most probably expect like 3 to 4 videos mandatory every week, even maybe 5 or 6. It depends, but I'm thinking of putting minimum 3 in any situation. Okay. Okay, guys, that's it for today. From tomorrow, we'll start with day one. Okay, try to catch up videos daily. In case of anything, please comment in the comment section. Okay, please like and subscribe to the channel. In case of any queries, let's connect. Okay, thank you, bye.